We're outside the Royal Theater in Los Angeles, where they just had the premiere of Happy Valley, the documentary about the so-called Penn State scandal. And I'm speaking with a gentleman who just saw the film. Sir, what's your name?
I'm Joseph Giannini.
And why did you come to see the film Happy Valley?
I was up at Penn State. I met Joe Paterno. My best friend played football up there. I've been at Penn State football games. I've been a Penn State fan all my life. Had great respect for the program and for the people that went to Penn State. And in that, I was out in California for all of this happening. I wanted to see exactly what was going on there at the campus that I didn't know about.
So you just saw the movie. What did you make of the movie?
Well, initially I thought, from what I read in the papers, that there was no doubt that Jerry Sandusky was guilty. So when I saw the movie, I immediately, believed that there wasn't anything in the movie that made me disbelieve what my prior belief was.
And the same with Joe Paterno? Did you believe Joe Paterno was quote-unquote guilty?
Well, that was one of the questions that I had, and why I wanted to come and see the movie, because what I understood was from the free report that there was all kinds of incriminating evidence that indicated that Joe Paterno was involved in this and had knowledge of this and was assisting in the cover-up.
And so did you believe that the movie was fair? Or let me ask you this. At the end of the movie, did you feel better or worse about Joe Paterno? You're not sure?
I'm not sure how to answer that. He's a man, and he's done a lot of good. And
but the movie itself, though,
he had a lot of power there. There's no question about that.
But the movie itself, did it make you feel better or worse about Joe Paterno?
What was shocking to me about the movie was that, from what I gathered from the free report, that there was all kinds of emails and documentary evidence that he was involved and he knew about this and that he was therefore blameworthy.
Right.
But from what I see in the movie, there was 6 words that essentially tied Joe to knowledge of this, and those words to me did not inculpate him at all.
All right, so you see the film, and then this guy named John Ziegler steps up in front of the crowd at the end and starts to explain his version of the reality here. Tell us what transpired after the film.
I was amazed by the information that Mr. Ziegler passed on, and I'm very much interested in learning more about the facts behind the situation.
What did you think of, about half the crowd left right away, and then we had about 6 or 7 people that stuck around and listened to what I had to say, and they seem to be pretty open-minded about it. They seem like maybe they don't feel the same way about the film anymore. Is that your take on it?
I can't speculate how anyone else...
Oh, how about yourself? Do you feel the same, after speaking with me, do you feel the same way about the film?
Not at all. Well, I have serious questions about the film and what was portrayed. One of the things that concerns me was that the fact that the lawyer that was prominent in the film, Mr. Shubin, it's never been disclosed that he was representing all these people that were allegedly abused.
And making a lot of money from it.
That changes the whole complexion of the story and everything that he had to say.
Don't you think they should have told you that he was making a lot of money from this case?
I think so.
Now, but in general, though, now after speaking with me, and we had this conversation with the group after the film, how would you describe your reaction to the film now? Do you think it's worthwhile? Do you think it's suspect? Do you think it's a load of crap? What do you think?
I think it's very likely that there's an entirely different side to the story that hasn't been disclosed hasn't been disclosed in the film nor in the media. And it's very likely, in my view, that the media created this whole firestorm out of nothing.
Very well said. So would you recommend Happy Valley, or only would you recommend Happy Valley if John Ziegler was there at the end of the film?
I have no comment.
All right, thanks for your time.
You're welcome.